Hey everybody, this is Rob from Livermore Live Music. Long time no speak. It's been crazy times this year. But we have been busy. We've been doing some stuff, and something I'm really excited about that I wanted to show you today was a preview of the updated website for Livermore Live Music. I've been working on this for a while. I think it's really an improvement over the current website, and so I'm going to show you just a little bit about how it works right now, but the real way to learn about it is for you to get online and check it out. So the easiest way to get to the old website, livermorelivemusic.com, is still up and running, and it'll continue to run through the rest of 2020. So the easiest way to get to the new website is to go to the old website, which I'm going to do now, livermorelivemusic.com. And at the very top of the existing website, there's a hotspot that says, check out the new livermorelivemusic.com, or Livermore Live Music. So click on that. And that will take you to the new website, which initially looks a little bit similar to the old one, but there's some important differences here. So I'll direct your attention to this menu down at the bottom of the screen. And the key thing to understand is this part of the menu, gigs, is a lot like the old website. I'm going to click on it now. And this is going to show you upcoming gigs. There aren't very many of them scheduled right now. I threw a couple of non-existent gigs in here just to show you for this demo what it looks like. But you can do the same things that you could always do on the old website. You can get a list of gigs this is a list of gigs by date. I made these two up on December 26th. There's no such actual gigs happening, but so you can see what it looks like. And then there's an actual real gig on December 30th. You can also look at gigs by band. So here's the gig by Fake Musicians, the real gig by Lucas Sanchez, and another fake gig by No Such Band. You can look at the gigs by venue. So here they are sorted by Americano, which has the two pretend gigs in it, and so forth. You can look at them by calendar. Now there was a calendar on the old website, but this new calendar is a big improvement. You can move around and click on any date on the calendar, and over on the right, it'll show you the gigs that are on that date. Now these are in the past. This was on December 18th. I'm making this video on December 22nd, but you can see them here. And there were some gigs that were on December 12th. A really important thing is the little red dot when you see the gig means that gig was canceled. And so if you look back at the gigs through December, all the ones that were actual venue gigs were canceled. The ones that were on Facebook or YouTube are still shown with a blue dot. Those gigs really did happen. Here, I click on December 26th, and it shows you the two fake bands that we've been talking about. They don't really exist. And on December 30th, there's a real gig on Facebook. So that's how the calendar works. You can look at it by week, by day. There's a lot of different ways to look at the calendar. I'll let you explore that, but it's a pretty cool thing. Now we've also got a brand new feature on the new website, which is to show a map of Livermore. And every one of these blue markers is a venue here in Livermore that has gigs. And if you click on the venue, it shows you that particular one happens to be Hop Divine, shows you the address. And if you click on the hotspot there, it'll open up a new tab, which takes you to Hop Divine's webpage. That's what that looks like. So I'll close that tab. If there's a gig at that venue coming up, it'll show you that too. So I happen to know this one is Americano, and I click on that, and it now shows me its address. I can get to its webpage, but it also shows me coming gigs at that venue, and there's the two funny ones that I set up that don't really exist. But it shows you how the map works, so you can click on these markers, get the address and the website of various live venues here in Livermore, and if they've got gigs coming up, you can see those too. And this is just like a regular map you'd see on any application. You can zoom in, you can scroll the map around, you can do all those things that you can always do with a map. So mostly the gigs part of the new website works like the old one did, but the maps is a new feature, and the calendar I feel like is a lot more functional, a lot easier to use. The other big news with the new website is this whole other section of the website called music. And this is showing you actual music from local performers here in Livermore and local venues. And it's separated into a couple of different categories. The first one is just called Listen, and this is a playlist of songs. These are all original songs by local artists. Right now, I've only got 3 of them in the website, but what I plan to do is have about 12 to 15, maybe 20 songs on there at a time, rotate them around once a month, and try to get everybody involved. It's not just going to be 1 or 2 bands that dominate this. I want as many bands, as many performers in Livermore as possible to get their songs up here for a month, and then we'll rotate those on a regular basis. So I've got 3 of them now, and you can, you can see, you can click on these, and it'll start playing it, and there's some player controls for playing the song. But you can see this playlist and listen to those songs to your heart's content. The next thing is gig clips. So this area here is going to show clips of local bands playing at local venues here in Livermore. We've got a few. These all happen to be from FebFest last February. But again, I'm planning on getting clips from different bands at different venues. In fact, eventually we're going to have a mechanism where you can actually send those to me, and I'll put them up on the website. So you can just be at a gig, point your camera at the players, at the musicians, get a screen capture of what they're doing, shoot it to me, and we'll put it up on the website. Right now, there's a couple up here that you can see from last FebFest. So that's gig clips. There's a section called LLM TV. That's kind of a nod at music TV. And the idea here is these are actual music videos that our local musicians have prepared that have audio and video that they've put together into a music video. So again, I've only got a few of them up here right now, but I'm planning on having 10 to 15 music videos up here at a time, and we'll rotate them about once a month and try to give everybody who makes music videos a chance to get them up here. There's also a section called Spotlight, and maybe that's the show that Livermore Live Music puts on. We haven't done a Spotlight episode for quite a while now because of the quarantine, but when we get back to where we can get back into advanced creative studios, we are going to pick right back up on Spotlight, and we'll continue to showcase local bands and local venues, and hopefully do a little bit more live music at these Spotlight episodes. But you can go and take a look at the Spotlight episodes that we recorded so far under the Spotlight bin under music. And finally, there's a thing there called Virtual. And these are longer shows that are kind of like talk shows. They're a mix of people chatting and people playing music, local musicians from around Livermore. So there's right now on here, we have the Quarantine videos that we made last April as a substitute for the actual 2-day town. And then we also did a series of virtual shows over using Zoom called Quaranstock, and all the Quaranstock episodes are also up here and available. You can take a look. And as we do more of these in the future, as we do more virtual shows with people getting together on Zoom or other multimedia platforms to get to know each other, talk a little bit, play some music, we'll put those videos up here. There's a few other things over here in the other menu here. There's the obligatory contact, but if you want to send us an email, you can always just email info@livermorelivemusic.com. But if you want it a little bit more structured, you can go other contact, and it'll pull up this form, and you can send us an email. We, as always, have a set of partners that we work with to try to promote all the wonderful things in Livermore, not just live music, but all the fantastic things that go on here. And so all of our partners are listed on this page. You can play around with that and get more information about them. We're so proud to be partnered with all these people, and we're always looking for other Livermore organizations to partner with. If you know anybody who's interested, shoot me an email, and we'll set something up. We have a store, we always have, but the store is a little easier to get to now than it used to be. So you can see the various items, Livermore Live Music merchandise items that we're selling on the store. And there's also a section here called Contribute. We always had that on the old website, but it's a little more visible here. I want to emphasize, I don't do this, we don't do Livermore Live Music, not the whole organization, and we don't do the website to make money. But a couple bucks here and there would help us. When we made the original website, that was all hand-coded. We didn't buy anything to put that website together. But this new website, which I think is just great, and there's more things to come that we haven't implemented yet. But it costs us a little bit more money to put this together. We use a thing called WordPress to put it together, and the different pieces that you use in WordPress, some of them cost money either to buy in the first place or it's an annual subscription. So if you got a couple bucks that you could throw at us from time to time to help us pay the costs of keeping this website up to date and producing the Spotlight show and so forth, that'd be awesome. Go take a look at the Contribute page, and it'll show you how to do that through Venmo. We, of course, have a frequently asked questions page that you can go take a look there. And if you have information about a particular gig, again, in December of 2020, there's not any real gigs going on. There's the Facebook Live things that people are live streaming. But if you have information about a gig, including a Facebook gig, but especially when we get back to where we can play live music for real, go to the other submit gig, and it's another way that you can send an email to us. But here you can actually fill in a form that tells us which band, which venue, what date, what time does it start, how long does it go on. And so this is a great way for you to get information to us that we can put into the website about gigs. We'll continue to do what we've always done, which is look through social media pages and Facebook and web pages and scrape that information together and put it up here on the website. But if you know a particular gig and we missed it, or you just want to make sure it's on the website, you can use that mechanism. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. I know I went through it real fast. It was just to give you an idea of what's there. The best thing to do is to go to the new website and play around with it. The full URL for that is live.livermorelivemusic.com. So if you, right now today, if you go to livermorelivemusic.com, it'll take you to the old website. If you go to live.livermorelivemusic.com, it'll bring you to the new one. On January 1st, 2020, we're going to take the old website down, and from then on, everything will point to the new website. I realize that's kind of short notice to change it over, but everything that was on the old website is on the new website. It's just, I hope, easier to get to. And honestly, since there's not a lot of gigs going on right now, it's kind of an ideal time to change over, because there won't be any confusion about which website the information's on. For the sake of it, I'll mention the same information is on both websites, and if I get new gig information before January 1st, it'll be on both websites. So you can use either one to find out who's playing where, but I'm just saying after January 1st, the old website's going to go away and everything will be on the new website that I hope you like. We really enjoyed putting it together. As I said, there's more features that we're going to do, more things to come. We're really excited about the things that are not here yet, but that we're going to add to it. But it's time to get it out there and get people using it and get used to seeing it. That's what the news I've got for you today. We've got some other exciting things in the work, not about the website, but about other things that are going on under Livermore Live Music, and I'll be back and tell you about those in a little bit. Thanks a bunch.